Huge crash. Hunter Ray, Sato. Oh no, and Rossi is in it.
A lot of cars.
Up in the fence is Rosenquist.
This is disastrous for Rossi in the
will have the advantage as they go there in a mess here in the back.
Dixon gets spun around.
Oh, one in the air.
Wow.
That's Mario Marias in the air.
And he's over Marco Andretti.
Wow.
Well, we knew they were funneling down into a first gear left-right complex, but boy, did it shake it up. It looked like Marco was just trying to get out of the incident as well as Marias going by. And it looked like, yeah, there's
spectacular footage.
Yeah, so Marias lost it on the brakes going in.
And I think that's the same thing that set off Sato when you...
Oh, they got track 4 wide. We have contact and a huge crash right in the first corner. The car's upside down. Castro Neves involved. Scott Dixon is involved. The twice by Conway. And I cannot tell who that is. That's... Oh, it's Marco Andretti. Conway's got problems. You see the right rear suspension is broken on his car. The 6 of Ryan Briscoe also involved. And look at Dixon. Remember, he talked about it. For the last 3 years, he has not been around for the finish of this race.
Is underway. Here we go from Brazil. Down into turn number 1. There's a transition that Jan talked about, and Ryan Hunter-Ray has missed the corner.
Oh,
and he's into the tires.
And here's the thing.
Here comes Serbia.
He's got to be really careful. That's all painted right there. Oh, we got guys.
Another
Castro Neves, Danica, and Simona.
Wow. While we were watching Ryan Hunter-Ray slide into that area when he missed the corner, we missed what happened back here with these three. There's Simona Di Silvestro's car on top of Danica's, and Helio Castroneves once again involved in an early incident.
You know, I said at the top of the show, you've got to get through a race to get your confidence back. This is not.
Oriol Servia trying to pick up his first win for Newman Haas Racing. Great spin. And it includes Will Power. Danica Patrick spins. And you see Michael Andretti, he was complaining at the beginning of this because, and there's damage to Danica's car.
The track's probably just a little bit, that mist comes down. It doesn't take much with these slicks, Marty.
And this is really going to affect Will Power. Rick, let's check in. What's going on down there?
Well, I'm standing by what I will describe a very agitated Michael Andretti. You called this. You said that was going to happen out there.
Yep, and this is the worst officiating I've ever seen. Sorry, Brian, but this was bad.
Power got a great restart. Yep.
There comes Sato. Sato's coming up the inside.
Wow, nice move. Now can he hang on to it? Oh, nice move.
He slots into third.
Oh, somebody's in the wall. We got a bunch of them. Oh, what a traffic
Lots
jam.
of cars in the... Tony Kanaan is involved, so is Graham Rahal, and
Marco Andretti's
Marco,
in there.
Yep.
And Beatrice.
That's not what we wanted to see.
No.
Oh, look at this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars.
Man. Good race for Tony Kanaan goes by the wayside. Another full course caution.
And Takuma Sato.
That was a great move on Sato's part. That's the aggression you need to show on a restart, especially this late in the game.
And when we go back to double foul restart, guess who's going to be right behind Power? One Takuma Sato. Wonder if he can do it twice.
And for Bourdais, if he cannot get his car in reverse and move himself out of those tires, it will be a full course yellow. And it's probably going to be now anyways.
Then Franchitti gets into the 2 of Ryan Briscoe. And then more contact with Andretti. Carpenter in the 77 of Pagano, who was going to have to serve a drive-through penalty for the block that he laid on Newgarden. Wow, this thing has just gone crazy here since the restart.
And that's what Toronto does for you.
Full course caution. And I'm not sure they're going to be able to get this. Will Power gets hit, several cars going around, and now we have a major melee through turn number 1.
You can't win the race on a restart, but you can lose it.
Power got punted from behind. Graham Rahal gets out of his trouble and gets back underway.
So Briscoe's in there.
Saavedra smoking in the 6 car. There's the number 4 of Briscoe. Vizo's in there with the 5.
Ed
Justin
Carpenter.
Wilson, Ed Carpenter. What a mess. There's Justin Wilson. Finished 3rd yesterday. Had a great drive.
Ray working on Castroneves. You know, with Tagliani, yellows, especially on an oval.
Oh, a big crash. Justin Wilson and Tristan Vautier. And James Jakes
and
collects the debris.
Oh, boy, in Serbia.
And Joseph Newgarden.
Wow, Serbia's car
Really
and
tore
Newgarden's
up.
car.
It's like he tried going through something the way those front wheels are hanging up there.
He's riding like a bobsled. Whoa.
What happened here? Oriol Servia in the National Guard Panther racing car. That's Tristan Vautier. Boy.
Oh boy, that's nice to see him get out. That, Wally, that thing is, that thing is done. Oriol Servia in his final race with Panther Racing in terms of his power on warm soft reds. Hunter Ray to the inside.
Oh, 3 of them got taken out.
Oh!
Can you believe what you've just seen?
Castroneves contact. Newgarden hinge. There goes Sato. They're plowing in. The track is blocked.
Nightmare. This is a nightmare. The track is almost blocked.
Track is completely blocked. Stay in your car. Stay bolted in if you're okay.
My goodness. The guys who have dominated this race in the top 3 positions are done.
It is so hard to pass here that when you've got the target in sight, your eyes are as big as saucers and you're thinking, this is my chance. For Ryan Hunter-Reay, I'm afraid that wasn't high probability.
It was high risk. A little bit over-optimistic, and I'm surprised at that move by Hunter-Reay. He's been so calm and so collected, and nothing has rattled him this weekend. But when he saw that car in front of him, he just went for the hole that was really just virtually closed.
And you look at Joseph Newgarden atop, James Hinchcliffe atop, Hawksworth.
And that is a blind corner.
Winners of this race are in the field. Here's the sharp right-hander at turn 3.
Oh,
and around goes Simon Pagenaud.
Pagenaud got touched in that left-hand kick, and that's Newgarden with contact over his front wing.
Takuma Sato in the number 14.
And he won't have to worry about that fuel meter now, will he?
Guys, after all of the drama of yesterday, we've got a dry racetrack, and it's now completely blocked. You see Mike Conway waving for a restart. Pagenaud trying to get going in the orange car there. I think he actually hit possibly Sato trying to get spun around.
Well, it looked like they were going 2 abreast up the hill like we talked about in the pre-race yesterday, that it's hard to do, and he got clipped in the rear. As you see, they're coming up the hill, and he just got touched right there.
That's Phillips up the inside in the black car. Newgarden trying to avoid, gets hit by Sato. Conway locks up. Munoz with nowhere to go.
Now he tucks in behind that green car.
Traffic jam.
Oh, and around goes Huertas.
And Castroneves loses his front wing.
And Hunter-Reay with front wing damage.
Scott Dixon manages to pull away. Marco Andretti is there.
Oh, for Hunter-Reay, the championship penalties today have been wicked.
Carlos Munoz. There's Will Power. He made it through.
Kanaan still runs 3rd. This yellow for Justin Wilson is a life preserver.
Wow. He'll be able to get this cleaned up in time.
Will with Tony Kanaan.
What a great drive. Now he's just got to... look at this. Look at this. Half the field in a wreck.
Morning hour, rush hour. What a view. This looks like downtown Tokyo.
A lot of finger communication.
Graham Rahal being emphatic with his gestures.
All right, we're not going to give up on this thing. If we can get it back here, we're going to try to get it going.
Wow.
Listen to all the cars on the rev limiters.
Cars coming out from the escape road also. Wow.
Further back, you had no chance. They were pretty spread out as they go side by side. Pagano making a move.
Oh, and finally going turn one. Hard contact into the wall.
Michaela Lotion loses it down low. Marco
Andretti's
they're piling
out.
into him. Several cars taken out. Marco Andretti.
The guy who made the move on the start was J.R. Hildebrand, but Sebastian Bourdais here, big hit in the side pod.
Championship leader, Sebastian Bourdais.
And quite a few cars involved in this one. Didn't even get out of turn two.
I knew it was going to be a slick track. We just had a sprint car race, a 100-lap feature sprint car race about an hour ago. The track is cooling off. They had different rubber that has been laid down on the track. And we don't know exactly who initiated this whole thing, but somebody lost it, and it just was a chain reaction.
It was the 7, Paul, I believe, Michaela Lotion down low, and it just got away from him instantly. And
look at all the
race
debris.
For Marco Andretti out.
Yeah, how disappointed has Marco Andretti been with this entire season?
Oh, trouble! Into the wall! And many more involved. James Hinchcliffe, Will Power, James Davison, Oriol Servia.
Boy, we've said this a few times today, yellow breed yellows, and when you come closer to the end, nobody's going to give an inch on the racetrack, and just one small amount of contact doesn't take much before it starts something like this.
I'd like to add one thing.
You're doing a good ride today, James. We're proud of you. We're proud of you. We were proud to race with you today.
I'd like to add one thing. We're always talking about saving fuel. Every lap that is under yellow is that much more of a chance, Alan, for a Honda engine that might be close to the limit of making it.
There's Oriol Servia extracting himself from his car. Well, what a great drive he had today. Joseph Newgarden looking for a push start. I don't believe he hit anything, just spun around to avoid piling in. There's Will Power out of his car.
As they nearly come together.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
that's the big one. That's the big one.
Big crash.
Oh boy. Hildebrand, Jones. Hinchcliffe. Lotion. And then many others up front. This and Hunter Ray is about as big as we ever see in IndyCar.
Little oil fire there for Hunter Ray on the headers, and you can see the frustration from, I think that's either Connor Daly or Munoz. The front and rear was knocked off.
Well, we knew it was going to happen at some point. He came off turn 2 and got down on the side draft of Tony Kanaan, touched his back tire with his front tire, and then got into it looked like he got into a tank slapper kind of back and forth.
How smart does Max Chilton look right now?
Wow.
Not taking tires or stopping on that yellow, and here's the yellow on the restart that I didn't think would happen.
And now a lot of the fast guys are out of the field.
Talking to Michaela Lotion, see him moving around in the cockpit. We saw Ryan Hunter-Reay out.
And I'm afraid that's just too crazy for 100 laps left to go in this race.
Okay, that was Munoz. I saw the 14 up front. The A.J. Foyt cars are very difficult to distinguish. That's Ed Jones.
I feel like that's the first crash Ed Jones has had all year.
I know, at Detroit, it was the first time he ever made any wall contact when he just scraped the wall at one point. Carlos Munoz.
We'll get a replay here pretty soon. I see one on the Big Hoss TV is playing, but we'll get you one pretty soon.
Canada's Robert Wickens.
Oh, that's going to be tight through there.
Oh!
Early touch. Oh, my God.
Oh! That's Robert Wickens. And his teammate is into him as well, James Hinchcliffe. That was ugly. That was frightening.
Big impact.
That was a very scary accident.
There is Pietro Fittipaldi. James Hinchcliffe was involved. Robert Wickens.
Ryan Hunter-Reay. There is James Hinchcliffe.
James breathing heavy. RHR is fine. He's moving around. Will get out, looks like. But the question mark.
Your left rear.
And the AMR safety team are right there with Robert Wickens on the right-hand side of your screen. More assistance coming for James Hinchcliffe. Oh boy. And you heard Ryan Hunter-Reay radio to say what happened. There was connection between Wickens and the left rear.
What a jump by Power. Pagano having trouble in the back. Guys are bailing through the chicane. Where will they come out?
Oh, no!
Dixon. That's no good.
Dixon's in the middle of that.
Car upside down. Andretti, I think.
Scott Dixon is in the middle of that mess. No, it's not. It's Ed Jones. No, Dixon is. He's off to the side. Oh, no.
That car that came, I think, filing out of the chicane where he took the bail off, caused that a stack up on everybody. We'll get an overhead view of that again, and a good view, but I think the cars that took the bailout, Townsend, just came out into traffic and just caused a melee.
I think that's Marco Andretti.
It is
upside down.
It is. Dixon kept his car running. He's now got it in reverse, trying to get it going as they try to turn over Marco Andretti to get him out.
He's going to come around the other nose of the car if he can. I don't know if he can squeeze between those two.
Graham Rahal is the other car.
Here he goes.
Dixon's going.
He won't lose a lap. What a man he is.
Nice.
Now needs to now save fuel. He can't let Rossi go. Oh, we got a crash. And that is what Pagano needed when he was in the lead.
Sebastian Bourdais is in it. Sebastian Bourdais, Felix Rosenquist, Zach Veach, Charlie Kimball. This is huge.
Pagano needed that to happen about 5 seconds beforehand.
Will Power tiptoeing through. What has happened here? This is an ugly scene with 23 laps to go.
Dixon just hopped out of his car.
Graham Rahal.
Not sure if he's mad or concerned.
Car's not too badly damaged there.
Oh, and Rahal is furious. He had a strong car. He was well inside the top 10.
See this so many times here. 23 laps to go. The urgency grows. People need to make moves happen before the tire wear starts to spread the field out. And Graham Rahal knows he had a great opportunity that's gone now.
Hopefully we can get a replay and see what happened. I would assume it's guys coming in and out of the pits, and they all get bunched up down there at turn 3. We'll get a replay for you soon so we can see what caused this multi-car pileup.
Graham Rahal, okay.
Pretty well smoked on the front straightaway. Now Ryan Hunter-Reay is to the inside. Huge crash. Hunter-Reay, Sato. Oh no, and Rossi is in it.
A lot of cars.
Up in the fence is Rosenquist.
This is disastrous for Rossi in the championship. His teammate was involved like he was last year
Sato.
in turn 2. Sato's involved. Car upside down. Sato's car
on fire too.
So Ryan Hunter-Reay for the second year is involved in a really scary crash. Takuma Sato is upside down and that car is on fire. This is Felix Rosenquist. His race is done.
Rosenquist was up on top of the guardrail. All attention right now going to Sato's car. He got tangled with Hunter-Reay.
Hunter-Reay's out. He's okay. He's going to run over and see if he can help. They need to try to get Sato's car. Usually what they'll do is tilt it up on its side. It looks like the rear's propped up on Hunter-Reay's car, so there should be a pretty big space to tend to him. There's Hinchcliffe. He's getting out.
Second year in a row for James. He was also involved in that accident last year between Robert Wickens and Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Looks like Rossi's out of his car already. Huge championship implications for him.
There's Sato.
Sato's out. Great news.
With a special 10th anniversary helmet reflecting all of the teams he's driven for in INDYCAR. He did not expect to scrape that helmet being upside down here at Pocono Raceway today.
Racy at the start of the event again.
So watch Hunter-Reay in the yellow car. Hunter-Reay's going to make a move on Rossi, go to the inside. Sato goes to the outside. They're now 3 wide.
They just squeezed him.
I think
Sato just came
down
over
on Rossi.
Yeah, he just came down on top of Rossi and then swept everybody out. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
man.
Up in the fence. So